You know, in a previous video, I think it's called Two Classic Deer Rifles. One of them featured in that video is this one. This is a Savage 99 in 300 Savage. And in that video, I said that one of the goals was to take a deer with each one of those rifles. One with this Savage 99 and the other Winchester 94 30-30. It's a long story. You have to watch that video to get the whole thing. But anyway, I've had this gun for a while. I've not killed deer with it, so my goal was to take a deer, that'd probably be a doe, with this one and the 94. Well, when doe season opened, the day that doe season opened, that was supposed to be the day that me and Jerry was going to take our paralyzed buddy, Gary, on the first hunt he'd been on 12 years. That was going to be the day that we'd worked all summer to get Gary out to where he could actually fire a gun, he could actually hunt. A lot of effort was put into it. Well, on this day, the opening day of doe season, any deer, either sex, this was going to be the day we're all going to have Gary out. Instead, Gary was in ICU in super serious condition. So Jerry and I went on the hunt anyway. This is the hunt we had planned on taking Gary out. So we went on this hunt, and I thought, well, we're going to go on this hunt in sort of honor of Gary that we'd all worked so hard for. But I thought, well, I'm going to take this rifle. And I'm going to see if I can't get my deer. I'd promised myself I'm going to try to get a deer with this rifle. And so I took it. Now, we didn't do a whole, this video's coming up. I mean, we didn't do a whole lot of video because mostly we just sat and talked about Gary. That's mostly what we did. We just talked about Gary. But we saw several deer, several bucks, several does. And finally I actually take a deer, took a deer with this rifle. And we were going to, of course I had this little camera there with me, and I said, when I got ready to take his shot, I handed the camera to Jerry. I mean, he's done a little bit of video in some of our fishing videos, but he's not real familiar with the camera. And so I handed it to him, and we're shooting, we're looking right into the sun, and the glare on that flare in that camera, he just couldn't see worth a flip. And we had a miscommunication and who knows what all, but anyway, we were trying to get the shot on and he just couldn't do it. He couldn't get it on the deer or anything else. He just couldn't see, and he wasn't ready for me to shoot when I shot and whatever, but he didn't get the deer on there, but he did show you the shots. At any rate, when I get ready to take this, when I took this shot here, like I said, it's looking for a doe, looking for meat, so I don't want to destroy any more meat than I have to, so I'm going to take a heart lung shot. And I know the deer's going to run off a ways, you know. And normally I like breaking that shoulder. I like to drop them right in their tracks. For one reason, I can't hardly see blood. I have red green deficiency, and I just can't hardly. I have a hard time blood trails on it. And so normally I drop them in their tracks, but Jerry can see blood, so everything else, and the situation was where that deer was. There was three of them. The way they were standing. If I shoot and they take off the direction they're headed, they're going to go right out in some wide open fields. And you'll be able to watch them, see where they're going. So anyway, when I shot, two of them took off like they're supposed to. And the one that I shot wheeled and kind of came toward us and crossed over in front of us, and it's going to drop right off into something you don't want to drop off into. So when it did that, I heard they took another shot when they come running by the blind, and I rolled it right there. But anyway, first shot actually killed the deer. I mean, it was the lung shot, like it's supposed to be, like I intended to, but I didn't want it to get off down in yonder. We had to go down there and try to get that. Oh no! So I took a running shot and rolled him. So that's what happened there. But and then you'll see it on the video coming up here. And then after we got that deer taken care of, we had a little bit of time that we could fool around first. So we get in Jerry's Jeep and we're riding around over this open country trying to spot something off in a location where we can put a stalk on it. We're trying to do a little spot and stalk, and we never spotted anything. We never saw the first deer. All that country up there, all those farms, it pretty much eat up in deer. We didn't see a deer. Not a single solitary deer. So we called it a day and come home. But I did get to take my first deer with this awesome Savage 99 300 Savage. Go right back where he came from. That's a doe, ain't it? Is that a doe? Yeah. I got one doe down out here in front of us, I think. We could. Old Tennessee poor boy is laying out here in the Quigley. I'll get the Kibbler out later. But the poor boy has spent a lot of time out here in Fort Quigley, a lot more than the Kibbler. But I love them both. But the Kibbler's great, better walk around, real lightweight gun. But that old poor boy, it's a heavy rascal. I do like it. One dead yote. Good riddance to him. Beautiful fur. Beautiful skin. It's hard for me to believe that this is actually actually day 3 of a 14-day rifle season. It's 8:30 and I'm just now on my way out to my hunting stand. That daggum bug had been just enough to keep you where you just really didn't feel like doing much of anything. But I feel a lot better today than I have in a while. Solar period started a few minutes ago, so I'll get up and go out here and spend a little time in the Quigley this morning. It was cold. Getting settled into Quigley late on day 3 of the 14-day season. Just settling in to wait out the solar period and see what happens in these fields. It's about time for a nice buck to get caught crossing one of them. But if you're not up and watching, you're not going to see him. So even though I really don't feel all that great, really don't feel like it, I'm going to stay with it a while. I am definitely on the mend. I feel better than I have. You'd think a deer would just accidentally come by, wouldn't you? This has really been a strange season. Here in the afternoon in Quigley, not only does it find me, out here, it also finds my usual 2 lady friends. That I mean, there are 2 does that come out here that you can just about set your clock by. And you can set about what time they're going to come out and where they're going to come out. I mean, these deer are in a routine. They're in a rut. But anyway, I'm back out here and I'm sitting around just giving some thought. Hang on a minute. I see another deer. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. There is a nice buck right down here in the bottom. So it's kind of it's a long shot for this, but he's not coming any closer. He's going away. I'm going to wait for what I think is the ideal. But there he comes. Perfect shot. Set the trigger.
Getting a phone call. Should have turned this thing off. Yes, dear?
Are you shooting something or are you just shooting?
Yeah. I just got a buck laying over on the hill.
You what, honey?
I just put one down.
Well, I'm sitting here.
I don't know. I think it's an 8-pointer. There's 4 points on one side, and I counted 4 points on one side and looked at the size of the rack, and I said, "That's good enough." Yeah, well, he's up there on the hill. If you'd been looking out the back door, you'd probably seen him.
Out the back door?
Yeah, he's over on 700.
Oh, he's on 700?
Yeah.
Oh, where's he at?
Kind of up the holler, up the main holler.
The main hall.
It might be, to the left of that big cedar tree up there in the hollow. He's not right down in the bottom, he's up on the left-hand side of the hollow.
Okay, let's see if I can see him.
Let's go check him out. A decent 8-pointer. Not a big deer, but mature buck for this part of the country. Just about perfect for my purpose, which is to eat. This is about perfect. He's following the does, but well, we got a little bit of a show if we didn't get nothing else. A little bit of a show. A little bit of rutting activity. My goodness. It is cold in the Quigley this morning. Well, my buddy Kenny never showed up early this morning. So I come out here and just sit around and see what he might have missed. So far, nothing. But it's cold this morning. Cold. I got the little stove going here in the Quigley this morning, knock chill off. Don't have to be really warm, just knock chill off. If you look at any of the videos, or several of the videos, you'll see that one thing that I stress over and over is the bucks don't live here. You rarely see a buck throughout most of the year until the rut comes on. Then they just sort of come out of the woodwork. Basically, you catch them crossing the fields. And on average, they give you a very, very short window of opportunity. That window of opportunity is usually very short. It's a minute or two, if that. Goodly percentage of time you've got to identify him, decide where you want to take him, and then get your shot off is generally measured in seconds, well less than a minute. So my advice is to myself, to everybody, you've got to be ready. When you come out here to Quigley, you got to have everything ready. So when you do get that opportunity, you do see that buck, you can get on him. Well, that's not what I did. On the footage that comes up, you'll actually see the buck right in here. You'll actually see them on the screen, but you'll have to look at this screen, because what I did, I forgot to hit the record button. Oh, what can I say? I did not hit the record button. So now, I come over here. Other things that I hadn't done, on this rifle here in particular, well, on any rifle, but this one, I need to take this strap off my rifle sling. For one thing, when you lay this on the sandbag, this hard leather in there, it don't let your rifle settle down into the sandbag good. It's not quite as steady. Plus, these are attached to the barrel. This is attached to the barrel. Any pressure on this whatsoever, you can move that barrel a tiny little bit and it'll cause your bullet to be off a country mile out there. I did not have my sling swivels off. Should have. All right. Not only that, this rest right here is a multi-purpose rest. It's got all these different elevations here, all right? And those are correct for the various fields around here. Ones out this direction are high fields, and that's where I see probably 75% of the bucks come from one of these two windows here, because what I'm looking at is the big woods up there. But I didn't have it there. I had it set, I don't know how, but for one of the lower fields. So I come over here, this is not correct. I don't have several of my sandbags up on top. I got them down here out of the way where I was cleaning, so I didn't have me a good supply of them here, so I can get whatever elevations I want and use some of these for the rest on the buttstock. I didn't have that. So I'm running around, I'm trying to flip that up in the right direction. I did not have this window open, so I have to move my shooting bench back out of the way, open the window, get my bench back up, and then finally I get ready for the shot. And I'd say probably about the only thing that I really did right. At least I did settle down and make a good shot. I did manage to get a shot at him, and I did manage to get him. But instead of being a nice close-up on this camera, nothing. It's not recording. But you can see the deer, the buck in here. If you look, you can see him in there, and you will see him fall at the shot. I didn't even turn it up. Well, he's down. Let's go get him. Well, we're gonna go up and get her deer. It'll go better if I put it in gear.
Huh?
It'll go better if I put it in gear.
Yeah.
Hang on to me. He's had an operation on it. Here, let me have the gun.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to go.
Here you go, babe.
Wait a minute.
He's had an operation on that leg a while back. Whoop. Don't you fall off. Just bragging about what a awesome woman you are. Don't you go falling around here. Put this gun down here a minute. Well, I'm out here this morning starting my quest for my third and final gobbler of this season. Put out one Jake and one hen decoy. I thought that might be a gobbler, but it's a hen popped out of the woods there. But those hens wandered around up there, and they're not talking, they're not saying a word, so the way they come out up there a lot, they tend to come this way anyway, so I got my decoys out of them. And if they're looking, they can actually see them from up there. So I'm not going to do a whole lot of calling. Just a little bit. Just to let the turkeys in this vicinity know that there's activity down here. And man, they haven't been doing much talking at all. It's got that hen's attention. He's slowly coming this way. She might not like it. I gotta widen this angle out. He's got about, I'd say 75 yards to go. He'll be in range. Getting closer. You never know. She might not like it. I gotta widen this angle out. He's no more than 30 yards away. Around range. One more. 25 more yards. Come on. Just 25 more. Well, that's a nice bird. Good spurs. Beautiful fan on him. Big old, nice long full beard. A good turkey. I'm glad to get him, and that makes my 3 birds for this year. So my turkey season is over for 2022. It's been a strange one, but a good one. Yes, sir. A strange but good season. I've let a lot of bucks walk. You're a pretty little fella. He's a young buck. I'm gonna hold out for the big boy still. He's a pretty little fella too. But 2 of them in just a couple of minutes. You know, this just looks like it ought to be a good day for a buck to come out. It's about time. I paid a lot of dues here. I spent a lot of time out here. Solar appear to be winding down here pretty soon, but it's been kind of active, you know. Ooh. A deer just came out up here at the corner. I gotta check that out. I got to check that out. Let's see. Over here at the edge. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's good enough. Try some money. Gosh, money. Build the coffee. Who cares about coffee right now? This thing open. This thing open.
He's down. He's down.
Go over here and pick up that good-looking woman of mine, and we're gonna ride up here and take a look at the buck. This is my good-looking woman.
Yeah.
You hear me talking about that good-looking woman? Well, here it is.
See how he lies?
No, good-looking woman. Okay, there's all the doe still out there in the field. See him? Four right there. There he is.
Oh,
Do what? Yeah.
pretty. Where's he
Huh?
at? He's a nice buck.
Yeah, boy. I said, this buck. Let's get my finger in the way. This buck was taken from the Quigley. Just right there. The left-hand window. Pretty fair buck. That right there is one heck of a doe. That's a doe to end all does.
Thank you.
Now, who in their right mind would ever think that good-looking woman was 81 years old? She gets camera shot.
Yes.
I love it. Oh my goodness. the footage that it's just coming up is in fact footage of the best buck ever taken here at the farm. And at least it's of the best buck that either me or my wife have ever put a tag on. Let's put it that way. Anyway, but the hunt was not videoed. The hunt was not videoed at all. But when we found out, when we found the buck, he ran off a short distance from where he was hit, and we trailed him up, not really sure what he was. And he was a nice buck, but when we got up to him, I found out what a good buck he was. So go back and get a video camera, and we did get a little bit of footage of the recovery of this really nice buck, or at least a nice buck for here. So anyway, what follows is the best buck ever taken on this farm, as far as we know of, but the hunt was not videoed at all. But when we saw what he was, I mean, we wasn't even thinking about making a video of just go and get some footage so you'll have it for whatever. And so this just seemed like a pretty good place to show that footage. So enjoy looking at the best buck that ever taken here on this farm.
Okay, it's recording.
Is that a good buck or what?
That is beautiful. Beautiful buck. I'm trying to get all of you in.
Well, you can hit the zoom in, zoom out. You can hold that down at arm's length,
Huh?
You can hold your arms all the way down to the ground.
Yeah. Yeah. There he is.
Nice buck, huh?
Oh, he is beautiful.
Beautiful 10-point. Oh, my. My. What a deer. What a deer. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful 10-point. Thing about this, I hit this deer at the beginning of the season. Trailed him around, we couldn't find him. This is him. You can see where I went, I hit him just a little bit low. And here, almost 2 weeks to the day later, he comes back in the field again. I am proud to get him. Beautiful buck.